Hi, I'm Benjamin, and I've been playing Dungeons & Dragons since high school. Over the years, my experience has expanded to include systems such as GURPS, Darks, Heresy, and Shadowrun. Now, I'm here to make my experience available to you and to help you make your games as much fun as possible. In this new series, I will be discussing the weapons of Shadowrun by category, starting with a small and unloved group of firearms that use the pistol skill, Tasers. Tasers are one-handed, short-ranged weapons that use electricity damage to non-lethally incapacitate a target. Electricity damage is resolved against 1/2 impact armor and deals stun damage. If the target is hit, not takes damage. They must roll a second check using the same resistance roll plus willpower, with a threshold of 3. If they fail this check, they fall down and are incapacitated for 2 plus the attacker's net hit turns. If they succeed, they suffer a -2 penalty to all action tests for the same period. The non-conductive upgrade provides its full bonus on both the damage resistance and the incapacitation check. As you can imagine, this makes Tasers surprisingly effective at non-lethally subduing foes. Even a hit that does no damage is certain to inflict a penalty for several turns, meaning that provided you hit with your attack, you have contributed to the combat. Against drones and vehicles, electrical damage can force a shutdown despite their immunity to stun damage, but most drones and vehicles will have a sufficient dice pool to reliably resist your electrical attack. If they don't resist, that shutdown drone can be taken home and reprogrammed as a gift to your rigger. Just make sure it cannot be remote activated by its previous owner first. The primary value of Tasers to Shadowrunners is that they are cheap and completely legal to own and carry almost anywhere, providing a weapon that can get through a majority of security without even needing to be concealed. So, what kind of Tasers are available to Shadowrunners? First up is the Cavalier Safeguard, the second most expensive taser and the least damaging. The Safeguard has a semi-automatic rate of fire and a 6-round internal magazine, making it comparable with most holdouts in terms of its staying power. Its 5 stun damage code may be low for a taser, but it's still on par with heavy pistols, and the top-mounted laser sight allows for a decent amount of accuracy. This weapon's selling point is its staying power, a taser with a reasonable amount of shots before needing to be reloaded, and it provides the within a reasonable budget. Next up is the Defiance X Shocker. Single shot and 4-round magazine means that this isn't a weapon you want for shootouts, but its staggering 8 stun damage code means that it has high odds of a single shot knockout. It can also be used as a melee weapon thanks to its electrical contacts, making it an excellent close defense weapon. Third, we have another offering from Defiance, the Protector. With laser sight and gecko grip, this weapon is banking on its accessories to compensate for a below par ammunition capacity of 3 rounds and an unexceptional damage capacity of 6 stun. While the gecko grip feature is useful for stashing it in unusual places, the terrible magazine capacity, even by taser standards, does not do it any favours. Lastly, we have the Yamaha Pulsar, a semi-automatic taser with a 4-round capacity that fires capacitor darts to eliminate the normal wires trailing from the taser to target. There's not really much more to say about the Pulsar except it's very low cost. So, best and worst in class. The Shocker is, to my mind, undoubtedly the best. It's cheap, it's got incredible damage, and it can be used in melee. If rate of firing is an issue, dual wield them. They're cheap enough. Normally, the Protector's high price and substandard ammunition capacity would put it as the worst in class, being more expensive and less effective in combat than other tasers. But it's still dirt cheap despite being the top new-gen option, and it's not supposed to be a primary weapon. So its holdout features and electrical package is enough to save it. That puts the title on the Pulsar, which is sadly a bit too generic for its own good, and fails to have any exceptional attribute to make it stand out. That's all for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe for more content, and join my Patreon. Members get custom render art of their characters, monthly one-shot games run by me, and potentially they even get to take part in a full long-term campaign. In any case, keep well and have fun.